Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby and have ourselves a drink.
All right, Michaela is singing again, which means we are back in Lobby Bar for the week of December the 16th, 2024. Brian and Michaela here with you. And Michaela, we are getting dangerously close to Christmas. If my count is correct, we are, what is it, like 9 days away right now. So hopefully you have all of your shopping done. Is that true? Are you done with all of your shopping?
Oh
Or are
no.
you at least making a plan for drinking your way through the holiday?
No, so I'm going to sound totally sexist here. People give men in general a bad rap, right? It's always the man who is rummaging around like the mall or like a CVS at like 11:30 o'clock on Christmas Eve because he has no idea what he's
Mm,
done and he
yep,
had a whole
true.
year to look for stuff and now he's like looking in the bargain drawers where there's like half-eaten chocolate and like stuffies that have been there since
We just
1822, right?
we just work well under pressure, is what it is.
You know what? It is that. That's what it is because I have painstakingly made like some really cool inroads in like going more local and shopping local this year than I
Okay,
ever have
okay.
before.
Hmm.
And I'm super proud of that, right? Because Jeff Bezos and Walmart, they make enough money, right? So I was trying to be like thoughtful and from the heart.
Mm, hmm.
But in doing so, I'm way behind. I'm way behind because things that would like take 2 days to get here are now taking a lot longer. And so
Right,
I'm
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sort of kind of in this freak out zone because Christmas is 9 days away. Oh my gosh. I'm not ready.
I'm not ready.
What
I'm
about
not
you?
ready either, Michaela, to be completely honest. As you mentioned, to do wait until the last minute. That is largely true, but I do have it easier, right? My wife, same as you, I'm guessing, does the bulk of like all of the holiday stuff, really, which leaves me to get one thing for her, and that's about it as far as my Christmas prep has to go. But I do have a couple of things I need to prep for Christmas. One is the eggnog, and you and I knocked that out around Thanksgiving this year. I had my first sampling of that over the weekend. That was amazing.
Yeah.
We made a chocolate one. Go back to drinkthemovies.com. It is literally the very first episode we ever did. So that recipe is right there. Make your eggnog and have it. It'll be good for Christmas. Go ahead and do that. But what else I thought we should do, Michaela, is we should have something because holiday parties are probably going to be happening this week and into this weekend. Because Christmas is on like a Wednesday, it makes it kind of awkward. So a lot of stuff happening this weekend, and I thought that this would be a really good cocktail. It's pretty simple, but it looks really, really nice in a glass. It's going to be good for a party. You could turn it into a shot if you wanted to play with the amounts. You could do all sorts of things. But today we're making with our ingredient of the month, Bailey's Irish Cream, a sugar cookie martini.
I'm so excited because I love sugar cookies. So everybody has kind of a Christmas cookie, right? Like my one of my best
Yes,
friends, Chrissy, her
I have a
family
lot
like
of
had
Christmas cookies.
yeah, but everybody has like their signature, like a
Oh, that
Christmas
they make,
cookie.
not that they
Yeah,
eat.
yeah.
I
No,
eat it.
well,
Yep.
they
Oh,
they
okay. Yep.
probably make them and they eat them. That's
True.
perhaps. But the sugar cookie is like this quintessential thing where you can ice it, you can put sprinkles on it, you can cover it with
Hmm.
sugar
Hmm.
crystals.
Hmm.
Um, there's that whole like, do you want it crunchy on the outside and gooey on the inside versus like soft all the way through? Do you want it extra crunchy so you dip it in coffee?
Ooh.
That's the
Yeah,
stuff.
there's a lot of good options there, and one of the options is, of course, putting Bailey's into it, which is what we are going to be doing here for our sugar cookie martini. So this one comes together really simple, Michaela. It's stuff that we probably all have in our liquor cabinets right now. So why don't you go ahead and mix one of these up for everyone?
So you're going to take 2 ounces of whole milk. You're going to add that to our ounce of Bailey's, 1 ounce of vanilla vodka, and 1 ounce of amaretto. And what I would do in this, I would put this in a shaker. I'd shake it up so it's real, real cold. And then I would put it in a glass with a little bit of ice. Now, what I would say is if you don't have vanilla vodka, if you're one of those folks who doesn't do a lot of flavored vodkas, you could always just add maybe a little bit of vanilla extract to this, like a teeny tiny bit, maybe like
Hmm.
a quarter of a teaspoon, like a little bit, just to give it that flavor. But if you have something equally as sweet, like whipped cream vodka, that's like a huge thing at Christmas time. I don't know why, but that's like a thing. You could do that because that's going to give the sweetness and a little bit of the vanilla to it as well.
Hmm.
But this is actually really good. You get that kind of nuttiness of the amaretto. You get that sweetness from the vanilla. You get the kind of the luxuriousness that Bailey's affords you. And yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, for sure. This one is really good. As you mentioned, Michaela, you can, if you don't have the vanilla vodka, you can certainly make up for that in some different ways. I have highlighted here the amount of whole milk there, being 2 ounces. If you wanted this a little bit, more, liquor forward, kind of those flavors forward, you could cut back on that milk a little bit, I think, and it's still going to get you there. I like to do mine in a little martini glass because you could totally rim that, with some confectioner's sugar or something like that. That's going to be really pretty. Hang a candy cane on there, and you'll be good to go with your sugar cookie martini. All right, so now that we have that made, Michaela, let's talk a little bit about the box office this week. We had a couple of new releases that definitely did not make a splash. Moana 2 is still making the splash out there, $26.5 million, followed by Wicked in its fourth week now, I think, at $22.5 million, so very good. We had a couple of new releases, as I mentioned. Craven the Hunter comes in with 11 million, and The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim, coming in fifth place this weekend with $4.6 million. So I don't know, Michaela, if you made it out to see Craven the Hunter or Lord of the Rings this weekend.
I did make it out to see Lord of the Rings, and I have to
Okay.
say, a lot of people didn't love it. I don't know why. It really harkened back to like kind of this magna style of animation that I just really love and miss. Like it reminded me of animation from one of my favorite animated movies of all time, which is The Last Unicorn. I
Mhm.
thought the story was really good. I thought that it was definitely entertaining enough for adults. I mean, this isn't a children's story. This is just an animated movie that a child could go see, I guess. But even then, it's very representative of that entire world of Lord of the Rings. So it's going to have a lot of battles. It's going to have a lot of like deception and betrayal. It's quite good, and this is one of the only times where it's really a story about just a kick-ass woman doing her thing. And there have been women in the Lord of the Rings world that are complete badasses, but this one might leave them all behind. It's really cool. I really love that aspect of it. It was much more like it ties into the story of the entire, Lord of the Rings and Hobbit kind of canon. It ties that in really well. I really enjoyed it. So I'm seeing that it didn't get great reviews from like the fan base, and I'm not sure why. But maybe it's just me.
There you go. There you go. So you can go check that out this week. Just kidding. You're not going to have time to see that because we have some other things that are going to be coming out to dwarf all of these things. Michaela, let's talk about a couple of Oscar things here real quick. We've got coming out this week. We've got The Brutalist, which is on very up near the top list for a lot of things come Oscar time. And then we also have the erotic thriller Baby Girl coming out this week as well, which stars Nicole Kidman. She, I believe, got nominated for the Golden Globe for Best Actress in a drama. So we'll have to keep our eyes on both of those going forward. But really, we need to talk about Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Mufasa. So, everyone out there, take your kids to go see Moana 2 while they still can, and then you can go take them to see Mufasa in Sonic the Hedgehog 3 later this week.
Yeah. I don't know. My kid is dying to see Sonic, and I'm dying to see Mufasa. So maybe we'll have to make it like a two for day. I don't know.
There you go. Drop the kid off at Sonic, and you can go see Baby Girl. Maybe is is the way you're gonna have to navigate
That looks
the
so good.
Christmas.
It looks like really compelling. Nicole Kidman has had like a killer year, right? She did the Perfect Couple. She also did another show the name I can't remember.
Yeah, she's
Um,
doing that. She's in Lioness, which I think just finished up its
Lioness,
second
yes.
season. Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
I
having.
mean, she's just all over everywhere I turn. There she is, and it makes me so happy because I really like her. I like everything that she's done recently. So I'm super excited. And then the guy who's in Baby Girl, his name
Harris Dickinson, I
Harris
believe, is
Dickinson.
his
All
name.
right, I've never heard of him or seen him, but the preview alone, I'm like, this could be very good. This could be very good. It's like a female version of Fatal Attraction, perhaps. I don't know.
Okay, well, there you go. He was in Triangle of Sadness, which was that Oscar kind of pick from a couple of years ago. So
Yeah.
yeah, so might have to check that out. I'm definitely excited to see Mufasa. It looks really good, really compelling to me to go see that one. Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I never saw the first two, but I hear that people really enjoyed those. They were a good time, so might have to go check that out as well. As for the podcast, Michaela, last week we talked about A Boy Called Christmas. That was a really good conversation. And this week we're going to be talking about one of the most classics of all of the Christmas movies of them all, Miracle on 34th Street. And that is one of the most classic of Christmas stories. One of the other most classic of Christmas stories is, of course, A Castle for Christmas. That's what I'm going to be talking about on the Patreon feed this week. In the Michaela tells Brian to watch something that is questionable at best. So we're going to be talking about that. And we also talked about on Patreon a Charlie Brown Christmas last week. So you can go check out our bonus content over there. It is patreon.com/drink the movies. Michaela, you were wagging your finger at me, calling me out for saying Castle for Christmas was a Christmas classic, or because it's questionable? Which one was
No,
it?
because I didn't tell you. I mean, I did tell you to watch it, but you told me to tell you to watch it. So
That's
I
true.
take no responsibility for this. All right. Okay. All right.
Well, I told the patrons on our last live stream, so that is another reason to go check out patreon.com/drink the movie. So we have that coming out this week. We're probably going to do a little bit of an early special lobby bar for the week of Christmas, so stay tuned for that as well. And with that, Michaela, I think we better go wrap up. As you mentioned, we have some more Christmasing to get planned out. We got some sugar cookie martinis to drink, and we have a lot of movies that we need to start catching up on immediately. Why are all these coming out this last week of the year? It's not stressful enough in our lives. Come on now. Come on now. All right, so go to that, and we'll talk to you next week in the lobby bar.